Greetings in the mighty name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie the First, Jah Rastafari, light of I and I light, light of I and I life. Let the words from my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in I and I sight, O Jah. Greetings once and once. I and I wish to express sounds and sounds where I and I wish to manifest this day or within this time frame is in relation to anti-Maroon sentiments. Let's say galvanized by media personalities and YouTube specialists and all in relation to the Maroons and the sentiments around Maroon being traitors, sellouts, and compromisers, and once are declaring that the Maroon should apologize for the things of the past. When I think about the Maroons, in truth, yes, there are things that the Maroon has done that look into a modern lens are within a modern time frame are with hindsight are very questionable and they can get a whole heap of critique or critiques about. But however, for I and I, as a Rasta, and Rasta is a part of the Maroon legacy in Jamaica, meaning spirit of resistance. That is what I and I view the Maroons as, resistors. Now, let's examine the Maroons in terms of survival. This is how I and I look on the Maroons. Wrong or right, how they went about things. They are survivors. And they did what they had to do for survival. Now, a lot of 100 point fingers at the Maroons and speak to what the Maroon has done and overlook what is the cause of the Maroon or the Maroon existence within the diaspora, specifically Jamaica, any other part of Suriname, Guyana, Belize, Brazil, wherever, Cuba, Puerto Rico, wherever the other Maroons, even in America, New Orleans and them places, where them label the wild and tameable people who refuse to be slaves. And them label them Maroon throughout the diaspora. Now, in this regard, the Maroons survive the diabolical enterprise called the Atlantic slave trade. This is the cause of the Maroons. No other reason. And the Maroons did what they had to do for survival. That is I and I take on the Maroon. Now, you have the younger Maroons them in a present time. I let go some sounds of dissension and wish to rationalize and justify actions of the past. And yes, they are trying to make themselves separate and apart. You know, because they are trying to intellectualize the past. And why I said dissension and divisive mindset psychology and distorted Africans. That's how I start to view them now. Because they are taking on a new spin in expressing Maroon heritage. But that is a whole other story. Let's stick to the cause. No, a lot of ones want the Maroons, they apologize. And my question is, apologizing, the Maroons should apologize for surviving? No. Stick a pin on that for a second. And let's look on another side of the equation. Who were the Maroons fighting? The Maroons was fighting the British. Who was fighting alongside the British? The slaves, the colonial slave militias. They were fighting against the British. Who are they going to apologize? Should they apologize to the Maroons? That is another question that needs to be explored. But for a quick for pine finger, upon what the Maroon men do. Let's look at the totality. The colonial militias, why they existed, and why they felt they had to choose the side of the colonial masters to fight. You know what it comes down to? Keyword, survival. They were protecting their privileged status. Hence their survival. Just like what the Maroon did what they had to do to survive. No. No for not chat off on the mouth. I'm not looking at the totality of the cause. The cause for the Maroon existence, the cause to the black militia, the slave militia, we are fighting against the Maroon for the British, is slavery. The diabolical enterprise called the Atlantic slavery. The Maroons did what they had to do to survive. They don't need to apologize. They did what they had to do to survival. And when one starts to examine the past with knowledge and understanding, you will recognize the cause. Not want to address the effects, because the Maroon is the effects of the diabolical enterprise called the Atlantic slave trade. This is the reason. I and I as Rasta can't come on this space here anywhere in the world and try to discredit the Maroons than for their past action. Because it is what it is. But where do we go forward? Why are we afraid to look at the real cause? And only one reason for everything that is affecting I and I as a people. And it is the white world. I'm afraid to address and point the finger at the true culprits. I just want to blame the Maroon them to use the Maroon them as scapegoat. I and I never be a part of that as a Rasta. Never. It's time for I and I to start examining and analyze things for I and I self and Lego word sounds of truth in relation to this. Hypocritical mockers. That's what we know are. Quick for Lego the sound bites upon the enemies and spread the story and the narratives of the enemy against your own. This divide and rule mindset were the biggest obstacles to I and I as a people. We're always quick to attack each other instead of look at what and say, yeah, my brother, I did wrong. And then try to find them. Heal and move forward as one. This is what Rastafari is about. Oneness. Gathering. Yes, there are many wrongs of the past, but we can't continue to dwell on it. We can't continue to blame the Maroons. Them. If you're going to blame the Maroons, they must blame the white man, the white slave master. Start this first. Let us stop blaming each other and start loving each other again and unify. And get to solving the real problem that is affecting all of I and I in this time and previous. There's only one route to I and I problem. Enough I'm afraid to look upon it and afraid to speak to it. Because I know the consequences and enough of us not prepared to pay the cost. If you say the root cause of I and I problem is white people. The white system. Because you have to go to the cause, and when you go deep down, the system, whether I don't want to have no good white friends or not, the people who design the system that is oppressing us right now is a white face. Utilizing collaborators to maintain, black faces, collaborators to maintain the system. And yes, the Maroons them fall into that category after them sign the treaty. Yes, they did. I ain't afraid to admit that. They became police for the state, the system of oppression. Why? That is the question. Because they chose survival. And the collaborators, past and present, they are doing it for their survival, protecting their privileges. This is why they are afraid. They are afraid to speak truth. Yes, I. So before no quick for pine fingers on the Maroon, start with a master. What caused the problem? The root cause is the diabolical enterprise called the Atlantic slave trade. Who are the masters of the slave trade? White people. The system. That is the cause. So no need to stop make excuse and try to blame them around them. Blame on yourself. All of I and I is guilty of one thing. I'm going to tell you what we're guilty of. Sitting down after so many years and afraid to say enough. And looking at the root cause of the problem and solving it. Only I and I can solve I and I problem. And stop waiting for the master to tell them how it goes and what they must do. Stop hating on each other. Forgiving your brother for the past. Start this first. You don't want to quick for one to forgive master for masters wrong, but you don't want to forgive your brother and sisters. Let's start by forgiving each other first. Understanding the cause. Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the past. Knowledge of self. When you understand your story, then nobody can spin it and weave it how them feel like. That is where we must get to. Healing and loving each other. One love. One aim. One destiny. One God. Organized and centralized. Jah Rastafari. And that's how we're going to seal it.